drops it. There's that takes it to Tom. I don't. What were we expecting? Hello folks and welcome to the Oceania Qualifiers here in Melbourne 2023. My name is Jason Witten and yesterday we had the boulder and lead finals, and today folks we are lined up for the qualifiers for speed and the finals this afternoon. The best from Australia and New Zealand are competing for #1 spot, so let's not muck around folks, let's get into it. Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the Urban Climb Blackburn for our third day here at the Oceania Qualifiers. Folks, we are on the home stretch. Yesterday we had the finals for climbing the lead and boulder, folks, and we had some amazing wins. Today we are back at Urban Climb and we're lining up for the speed qualifiers this morning, and will be happening this afternoon, the finals, fellas. Welcome back, our final day, and the competitors are out there warming up. You guys ready to go? Tom back in the booth, and Ian, great to see you, fellas. We're on the home stretch, but we've got one big day ahead of us. You guys went and had a look at them warming up. How are they looking?
Yeah, it's looking fast out there. G'day, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, speed today. Very quick. For those who hadn't seen it before, 15 metres as quick as you possibly can, and there is people going very, very fast out there. I think that it's going to be exciting.
It's my first time experiencing it live in person, and when we were watching them warm up, yeah, it's what athleticism, yeah, amazing. I'm so excited.
The speed is fun, it's fast, it's furious, and it's a one and done shot. Once they've gone through the qualifiers, they have a shootout as we go, so we might talk about the format in a minute, but we do have some pretty good times from some of our competitors in the lineup in today and this afternoon. Tom, talk us through about the competitors and some of the times that we might expect on the wall.
Yeah, we're seeing some really quick times. Julian David from New Zealand, he looked very good in the warm-up, and we've got an Australian as well that's coming very, very quick. So it's going to be very tight there in the men's. I missed the women's warm-up because we had to come up here and get set up and get ready to go. But obviously there's some very quick girls there as well. Grace Crowley. They do very quick times, very experienced on the World Cup circuit. So yeah,
we're expecting a bit of a big show from the New Zealand crew as well today, and as they have over the weekend. But I think this might be one of their specialty events here for a really good showing. But we might get the lineup back up on the scoreboard, because what happens in the qualifications is each of the competitors, we have I think 15. In the men and 10 in the women. They have a qualification run in lane A, they have a qualification run in lane B, and then what happens, those two times, their best time goes through, and then we have shootouts, you know, the top 8, the top 4, the top 2, and then we have two finals at the end, one for second and third, and then one for the actual first place. So it's going to be fun, and I've done this a couple times before, and you know, you get right into it and get pumped.
Yeah, and for the people that win, there's a ticket to the games
right
right there on offer. So it's all to play for, and the crazy thing with speed climbing is that anything can happen. It doesn't matter how fast you are at training, how fast you were at the last comp. as you said, one and done. You can have the quickest time in the world, but if a little foot slip or something like that, your competitors up past you. So it's a real battle of nerves, and to hold it all together. Sometimes I used to like to have a bit of coffee before my competitions, but then I can't do that for speed.
No.
Because it's too much.
Too jittery. All right, we've got our first 2 competitors lined up for their qualifying runs. That'll be in lane A. So we're running out with the men first, and then the women second. So each of our competitors will get a shot at each of the lanes to see their best time to go through to the finals.
Here we go.
Good clean start.
Yep, both clean start. A little bit of a slip there. Respectable times.
So we'll just go over there. These aren't races as such, as Jason was saying in the beginning. Basically, these are going to become seeding times. So each competitor will have a run in lane A, the one on the left, and they'll have a run in lane B, the one on the right, just so that everyone gets to kind of feel that, you know, maybe one lane's quicker than the other, or whatever else is going on. And then once those times are all logged and set, then we end up getting our fastest qualifier from that against our slowest qualifier, and then essentially a bit of a round robin situation.
Here we go. Now you can watch the clocks at the bottom, folks, and you will see as they leave the mat, the clock, there will be a reaction time on the sides, so to the right and left of each of the zeros you see now. There'll be a reaction time, and that shows after the beep how quickly they left the pad, and if it's in green, then it's good, and if it's in red, then they had a false start. So let's see how we go here.
Good clean start there, or both climbers just finding a little bit tricky, not finding the flow here.
Just getting their rhythm down pat.
Sometimes it seems like one of those things, isn't it? It's like you say, you've got to get off the start right and then just maintain that rhythm. Kaz there, a couple of stumbles on the left. But,
Kaz has just come off as well. I was talking to his coach just before all this kicked off. He's had essentially 2 weeks of a bit of a chest infection, so really not feeling very good, has done hardly any climbing in the last few days. So yeah, awesome for him he's feeling better now. It's just something about the competition. Yeah. He's felt the juices and getting back into it. So
that's
hopefully
great,
he can get a nice clean run on.
Couldn't keep him away.
It's really interesting to see the different styles and approaches that people take, you know. Same route, obviously, they all practice different, but there's obviously many different body types, but so many different ways you see of them trying to
Well, the route's the same worldwide, and Tom, you were saying this is one of the only certified speed routes in Australia for the World Cup standard, is that correct?
Yeah, the only one, actually.
Yep.
And it's not Andrew there, it's Joel. So
maybe the order's a little bit. I think one
but that
of
is
our
JJ,
climbers,
Jack Niles on the left.
One of our climbers didn't come through, I don't think, so there might be one climber out. Oh, looks like a fast.
There's a nice clean start
nice
from Joel. Both of them going quite nicely, finding that flow. Very good sub 10 there. That's nice.
That'll put him in good stead to maybe get in there for the finals, but we'll see. Plenty of competitors to go, and they will have an opposite run on each of the lanes. And you can see as they go, there's no time to be looking down. Like, you're not looking down for placing your feet. You're just hoping that your memory or your body remembers the moves and onwards and upwards.
Yeah, that was definitely something that took a while for me to get my eye in for when I was training for the Tokyo Olympics, speed climbing obviously being a part of it. To learn how to climb it essentially with your eyes closed. This is Julian David from New Zealand. This guy is quick. He has competed at World Cups in speed, has the Oceania record of 5.8 seconds.
Insane. Yeah, he was so fast.
Very exciting.
Arguably one of the favourites.
And Andrew Burge on the right. Dylan. So Julian flying sub 6. This is exciting.
He's dropped the clutch right there.
So in his warm-up run, his first run, you get 2 in your warm-up goes. He had a very clunky, missing holds, all sorts of things, like really not good. I was a little bit worried, is that going to get into his head, or is that just a part of the process? obviously put it behind him, and that is quick.
You can see him like floating up the wall in between holds, not really needing to stop and restart again. The momentum was perfect. So.
And how much does that get into your head, Tom, if you're on the right-hand side lane, for instance, and you've got to be aware really when you see that other person just motoring? Does it play a big part on your game, or?
You've really got to try and block it out. It's easy to think that, and some competitors prefer being in lane A because generally you're kind of looking up and to the left as you're climbing this route, and so if you're in lane B, you are looking across and seeing just in your periphery
with another competitor,
the other competitor there.
But
you've really got to block it out. Aaron Mates is quite quick here.
I guess that's why it's valuable to get a shot in both lanes for neutrality.
Exactly. Like Aaron just kind of didn't quite aim his. You saw him swooping around on the footholds.
Got a little bit more momentum now. Yeah.
Nice. He'll be disappointed with that score. He can definitely go quicker. Sub 8 and low 7s actually. Aaron's PB. So yeah, you can see a lot of the competitors. Some of them start in a bit of a static position and then go crack bang out of the gates, and some of them like Aaron try and just kind of swing around and find that momentum.
Just missed that one, on the right foot. Yeah.
And Aaron just kind of missed his timing there.
Got into his flow, like you said. I think if he hits that one at the bottom, then
Yeah, good clean run.
Yeah.
Good clean run to get to the top there. And just finding that flow again for him will be a nice little confidence boost. He'll learn from it. He's quite seasoned. He's won the New South Wales Championships. And competed at the national level quite a few times now, so he's not shy on understanding how to put it all together.
If you see folks that we're on the ground, they've got a mat that they leave, so that's how the clock starts or the timer starts. You hear a beep, it's like lining up on the F1 grid. The beeps are happening and the lights are flashing, and that's how the timer works. And the belay, you can see it's a strap, not a rope, but it's an automatic belay. And that keeps them safe up the wall.
That seatbelt technology.
Flynn Chisholm had on the right here from New Zealand. He had a good clean run in the practice as well. This is looking nice.
7's great.
Even quicker than his practice runs. So that's good.
His dancing was pretty spectacular. I don't know if you saw that.
I missed that.
He does a little dance when he gets a good time, so we might hopefully see one later on.
We might see.
Yes.
And you can see he
push off
kicked back into that, didn't he? He sort of swung into it as he went rather than straight on. A little bit momentum.
So there is, with that reaction time that we were talking about as well, there is a reaction time that they consider to be too fast. And they would consider, I think it's 0.2 of a second. So if the buzzer goes and your foot has left the pad within 0.2 of a second, they say that that's not humanly possible to have a quick reaction like that. So it's up to, basically you can't.
It's like the gunshot, isn't it? And then you get that big false alarm bell as well where you have to both stop. So we hopefully won't see any of them, but it's pretty.
We shall see.
Pretty rocking when you do, yeah.
Yep, there's a lot of pressure out there, especially when there's an Olympic ticket on the line. So everyone want to do their fastest, that's for sure.
Raz Darwin on the right there for Australia. This is his first international competition. Just recently gotten into speed climbing, finding good flow there. Couple of little stumbles, but there's a few moments of speed. And for those playing along at home, if you think, far out, Raz looks quite familiar. He's actually the great-great-great-great-grandson. That might be one too many or one too less. Great-great-great-grandson of Charles Darwin.
Oh, wow.
There you go, claim to fame.
How is that? Yeah.
Trains out of the Villawood Climbing Gym in Sydney, lives in the Blue Mountains, him and his dad. Yeah.
Oh, that's an incredible little fun fact there, Tom. Yeah.
Origin of the quickness.
Well, you could see his different version. Some people put the strap behind their shoulder, some people in front, and maybe that one played into it for there. You could see him just get that caught on his left hand on the way through, so maybe he'll change that up.
Let's check out Hayden here. This is our Australian who is very quick.
Our national champion, I believe, for speed, Hayden. We saw him in Sydney not so long ago, Ian. I think you were down there for that one, and he laid down some pretty quick times as well.
It's interesting, he's leaving out the front as well. Sometimes the rope sags, I feel, because you go too quick for it.
Look at
still a great recovery.
Yeah.
Still a sub-8 with that little stumble.
Well, there you go, huh?
That's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he just maybe slightly mistimed his beginning. It looked like a slow reaction time.
Yeah, there was. It was quite a slow reaction time.
And then just missed that foot. And it's funny, sometimes when you miss that foot, there's a real upward trajectory and a speed that you need to have for those sequences to start working. And sometimes it's tricky to get back in your flow. He missed the smear.
He missed that top one as well.
Yeah.
So two foot misses, and you can see the difference. But, you know...
It shows how fast he can go if he links it up together, like you say.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be exciting, that's for sure.
Ponytail for speed here.
Aerodynamic, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, after Ben's hair this weekend, I don't think it's going to be topped, but power ponytails, definitely. Mullets and ponytails, we always support them.
Yeah. Good showing. And sporting the socks as well on the right, so there you go. Oh, nice.
That's nice and clean.
Yeah. Some pretty good technique.
Just got a
few unique moves.
Crossed up on the left.
Yeah.
Thomas makes it good.
So he does like a bit of an inside step there for that first move, which was quite different. Instead of going front on, watch his next one here.
Yeah.
Boom, like that one.
Yeah, that's kind of my.
That's your beta.
My
He
little
stole it.
twist on the technique. Some people like to have their knee out for that, but yeah, you can get up on the inside there. A bit of a weird little
And then he does
tucked-in
like a
drop knee.
left foot repeat as well, 3 steps in a row, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, quite. It is. That's what I mean. It is such a, it's such a structured route when we can examine the worldwide times, but you still see a lot of different approaches.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Again, yeah.
And how did you find, Tom, putting this into your repertoire for the lineup for the Olympics? Was it strange to get in the mojo of, or was it, that's fine, I'll just another day on the climbing wall and I'll just go a bit faster at something?
No, definitely. I felt like a complete Gumby in the beginning. You go from feeling so good on the lead wall and the bouldering wall, and then you get into this discipline and just a foot on the pad there for Joel.
Nice and clean.
Nice start there for.
He's a bigger athlete, Kaz, and he does make lots of big, powerful moves.
And he does, not so clean there for the two athletes. And that's run number 2 for the two of them as well.
And like I say, credit for especially performing while sick, so
Yeah.
congratulations. What sort of toll does this take on your body, Tom, as opposed to, competing in a lead session? Because it's, it is so explosive from start to finish. Skin-wise as well, the holds, how does this factor in relation to the other disciplines?
Yeah, it can be absolute carnage on your body because you're moving so quickly. There's you're smashing your fingers in if you slightly miss something, and bent back fingernails, smashing your knees and shins and all sorts of stuff. Everything's happening so quickly, and you've got to go at it full commitment.
Yep.
That, if something slips, don't quite place a foot, suddenly it's popped off and you've smashed your patella. And
Well, there you go, home. Just another thing that these athletes are taking in mind as they, they go up these, sub 7 seconds, some of them.
And how much did it count in the overall scheme of things at the Olympics? Was it something that you really needed to tune in, or you could just do okay at it and then you'd be strong in the others?
No, definitely needed to focus. Got Andrew Burge. He's actually our youngest competitor there for Australia on the left. 15 years of age. So, quite young. This will be really great experience for him.
I've seen a lot of different shoes as well. When I was out there was a lot of the moccasin styles. There was some rocking the old firm toe, sort of more TC Pro style. It's interesting that, as you mentioned, to bouldering and the quote of the weekend with your marshmallow style things, but the softer shoes. There's a massive range here. Yeah,
definitely for the shoe choice for a lot of the athletes, essentially you want to go bigger than your kind of difficulty climbing shoes. So for me, I went up, I think, 2 or 3 sizes.
Wow.
That's
definitely
that's fairly big, yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a shoe that you would want to
go climbing in.
Go rock
Not for
climbing
your
in.
project, yeah.
But you want it very kind of smeary flat, because you don't need to be firm and precise in the same way. Julian here on the right.
Let's see how he goes with this one.
Run.
Off to a fantastic start. Absolutely flying up here.
Oh,
just a little bit
quiet. That was looking really good. So he's just going to have to chill out now. There's going to be a few minutes or a little while between these seeding rounds and when we get into this round robin competition. And yeah, he's going to want to just put that behind him. He knows he can put in some quick times. Just he'll have his routine, put on the headphones, listen to a bit of music. Saw him just kind of in his own little zone. Yeah, just missing that foot and just losing the momentum, but still 7.4, that is quicker than I ever went.
Yeah, I was going to say, a stumble and he still went like an absolute rocket, yeah. His flinches him again.
Actually can't remember how fast I went. I think maybe I went, no, I did. I think I went sub 7, but 6.7 or something like that.
And
it's that long ago.
we were chatting about that. You know, even some of the best climbers in the world, you know, have a go at the speed wall, and 30 seconds later still going.
Yeah.
It's
Aaron's
going
to want a nice clean run here. He didn't go so quick in that last one. He's going to want to put a clean run in so he can get a favourable seeding. Oh no! Who's false started there? Aaron.
On the right, yeah.
He's gone too quick.
0.04, yeah.
And our New Zealand athlete fell off as well. So.
When it blows, you have to stop.
He'll get an opportunity to have his run without Aaron next to him, but that's it for Aaron.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's just left the timing pad too quick.
He felt good on the
This
left.
is the thing with Aaron, is that he can have moments of being very quick, but then can just have brain farts and just stuff it up sometimes. It's like he just can't quite find a consistent headspace because...
But as we mentioned with this being qualifying, of course, but it is very important because the seeding level of his, like we say, it's a head-to-head knockout after this.
Yeah.
So it isn't about, who sets the fastest time. It's about you've got to beat the person in the opposite lane. So, like you say, the importance here is the quicker you go in qualifying, you'll potentially come up against these slower...
Yeah, and that means
changes.
that someone like Julian, who will just... see. Nice one there from Flynn.
Nice
He's
fly.
looking good.
Yeah. This will be a quick time.
Very nice.
And that's
The crowd appreciated that one.
A real credit to Flynn there. Having the false start, it can also just get him back in the zone.
Keeping his head in the game.
Absolutely flying.
Yeah.
That was amazing. This is very exciting. We've got a couple of really quick guys here. Yeah, as you said there, Ian, just to put that little moment behind you, it might be something that they train. It's something that I played around with a little bit in my training was something like that would happen. You'd go and get in your headspace in the comp simulation and then it's like, boom, like, whoops, something's happened and I've got to reset. And it's just building that resilience mentally to then be able to step up and perform.
I had a chance to interview one of our Olympic athletes in the swimming, and she was telling us about how they trained, that the bus had a problem and they had to get to the venue in another way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so right to transport issues, the lot. Yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah, it's clever.
Yeah. Gail Miller was her name.
Boys having nice, good, clean runs there.
Not too bad.
Much better than their previous ones. So feeling good.
And again, it's the top 16 that are going to go through in the men's, and in the women's it will be the top 8 that make it through.
Yeah, and so I'll just go back to what I was saying earlier with those seeding rounds. So Julian, I think, is looking like he's got it hit the quickest time so far. Hayden waiting to have his second go, but Julian will go up against the slowest of the qualified athletes, and that means that if he's going up against someone that's running maybe half as fast as him, he can just chill.
Yeah.
All he needs to do is like a 10-second run, and he doesn't need to really worry and burn that extra energy. The depletion
and if he fell off, then that's it for him anyway, wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
So
no
the
point in risking
depletion of his energy systems, it happens so quick in your power, and you go from, I'm feeling pretty good. Here we go. This has got to be a nice, clean run.
Let's see if Hayden gets a better run now.
Great start.
Fantastic, Hayden, going flat out now.
Holy.
Come on, Hayden.
Absolute line.
That looked good.
Game on.
8 seconds on the right as well. Absolutely no slack.
Fantastic.
The boys are going fast.
And again, Hayden, just at the top there, a small slip.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It looked like there was something about 2 moves from the top.
Yep.
Maybe a foot just missed.
Little one at the end
to
there.
see it here, yeah.
Or maybe a little bit short on the hold, just coming up.
There. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just missed that smear. It looked like the right foot on the move previous struck the wall a few inches above the foot, and he kind of went dunk, dunk, and then landed down on the foot.
The timing.
And that just, it just brings down that momentum. And if you think about how quick they're going, they're traveling 15 meters in 6 seconds. Like, we're talking about...
You could say it a million times, it wouldn't become less impressive. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's absolutely obscene.
We're just talking about tenths of a second per move that can make the difference.
Yeah.
And just little things like that can set you back. And see Grace back there with the rubber band getting warmed up.
Keeping the shoulders and the arms
full
full of blood.
And we're here,
ready to go.
If you are wondering at home, we're here in Urban Climb Blackburn, as you might have seen earlier. Sports or Euro sports, we're going all around the world here, so welcome to all new countries. And Urban Climb Blackburn here is, like we mentioned, the only certified lead wall in the country for this comp, so come down and give it a go.
Oh, well, we might get our scores back up there if we can get the team to have a look at that.
Julian looking fastest.
Yep.
That's, really good. Be a good confidence boost for him, and he'll be up against our slowest qualifying athlete. Hayden getting a nice clean run in there.
This is our lineups for the women. Again, lane A, lane B, cycle that around. And we might get the scoreboard back up for the men. Just have a quick look at the lineup and who made it through. There we go.
Look at that,
yeah.
So 3 men in the 6-second range there.
Oh, that's fantastic. It'll be
sub 7, one in the sub 6.
Well, it seems like maybe lane A is running a bit faster today. Who knows?
Well, that's what I was talking about. You know, it's just maybe
one of those things. Team Kaz.
Big support squad. Yeah.
Kaz being the boy that had that chest infection.
Family and friends there, I'm sure.
Proud New Zealanders.
Yeah.
And I have there's Kaz with the knee brace in the background.
Going to check his fans out.
Yeah. Looks like his brother, I reckon. That'd be my call, but anyway, you never know.
And we can see the women in the background getting ready,
lined
feeling
up,
the nerves. You've got to calm it all down, leave your brain on the floor and just let the body take over. All of these athletes have gone up this route hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times in their training.
8 to 10 seconds of instinct.
Just go for it.
Yeah, I sat with Cosgrove when the practices were on, one of the Australia coaches, and I said, and he looked at his note sheet and he said to me, I've got no notes for this. He said, the worst thing I can do now is give them tips at this stage.
Yeah.
He said, I'm here for any questions. He said, but they've got it in, and he said, the clear mind and just trusting their instincts is the most important thing. And Tom just, just collaborating that as well. Like you say, he's just, just trust what you've done. You put the work in, you've done it a million times. Just go and do it. And there's some very fast women in this group as well.
So Julian there just making his way off out the back, I'm sure, just to get some downtime and get back in the zone for the finals. The finals will be on this afternoon, folks, at a different time. We will have a completely different stream, and that'll be happening at 6 p.m. tonight. So make sure you put that in the diary, book it out.
And it's not going to be on for long, so you're going to have to jump in there. These are quick. There's no mucking around.
The head-to-head format's a lot of fun, and the crowd gets into it, that's for sure. Good to see a few of the youngies out there in the crowd supporting their family and friends. We've got our first 2 female athletes up, lined up, ready to go.
So we've got Misha and Annie, I think it is, coming on through.
So Misha would also competed in the boulder and lead, I believe, as well. We saw her compete. So
It's great to see.
Yeah.
All three disciplines. Now, the Oceania record is held by Mackenzie. Oceania Mackenzie.
Yeah.
8.8 seconds. So let's see what the lineup has here.
Might see some of these ladies coming close to it. Great start.
Off to a nice start.
Misha has around 10 seconds for her PB at the moment. She's looking on track
I was
for
just
that.
about to say, this looks quick.
Yeah, very nice.
There was a few little moments there where she just maybe went a little bit too far in one direction or another, but that was looking pretty good.
Pretty tidy, yeah.
And it's interesting too because, you know, we talk about comp PBs and training PBs in the speed climbing world. And because there can be a difference. Some athletes really rise to the occasion and can just not really feel the pressure and actually have it be an accelerant, so to speak, no pun intended, to their performance. And for other athletes, to be able to just step up to the mark and make it happen, it's very difficult.
Under those conditions.
Too, No, I did see that with a mix, and some of the athletes, I think one of their fast time was 5.8 in comp and 6.1 in training. You know, that's a huge difference to really do it on the big stage.
Well, I mean, when you talk to or you hear the competitors being talked to at the World Cups, they say, first go, best go, vibe in the crowd, like really, feeding off that energy. Often that's the case.
Abby Gibbet on the right.
I did chat with Justina as well.
Good clean start there from Abby.
Looking good.
Looking nice.
Not a bad fast time looking.
She looked very good in her warm-up.
Wow,
really good. 9.4. That's
good.
really, when we consider it's only, that's under a second off the Oceania record. That's a good, clean run. So a lot of these athletes as well, there is a little bit of a kind of technique as to how you approach this qualification kind of seeding round. So if you kind of think of it as like a tennis serve, they'll have their A serve and their B serve. But we kind of do the opposite in speed climbing. So a lot of the athletes will be wanting to put down just a nice, steady, consistent run on their first run. So they've clocked a time.
Locked one in.
And that's feeling good. And then they know that that's set and awesome. And then when it comes to their second run, they know that they've got that good one in the bank, and they can just cut sick.
Yep.
But if you do miss that first sort of timing run on your second go, you've got to, it's one and done.
Yeah,
Grace Crowley
and Georgia here.
They live out in Salt Lake City. Grace, one of our speed climbing specialists.
Off to a great start, Grace.
Both of them actually.
Looking good.
This is close.
This time.
That is, I think, a new Oceania record for Grace. I don't want to speak too far ahead, but Oceania Mackenzie had the record 8.83 seconds that she got in Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and Grace has just gone 8.4.
I mean, it looked lightning, didn't it? And wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, Grace was
good on you,
in
Grace.
Great flow there. Well done, Grace.
Having a chat with her in the warm-up area before.
Oh, there you go.
Amazing. Having a chat with Grace in the warm-up area before it all, and they were just looking very calm, very in control, and it's just like, yep, you've got it.
I don't think anyone in the crowd knows about that at the moment, so maybe it's only us right now.
Maybe it doesn't count because it's a seeding round or something.
I did ask them that they were telling me that any records set today would count in all heats. So
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, because I actually questioned.
Awesome. Olympic tickets and Oceania records potentially broken.
Both had a little stumble at the start here. Come on.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky just trying to find the flow. Go.
A little bit more static on the right here. We'll get back into that fluidity, as you mentioned, that flow.
And for those at home, these are hard routes. Like I've got a couple of friends that have been climbing their entire life and haven't climbed as hard as this route is. It's about a grade 21, I think they say.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no joke. It's a properly difficult piece of climbing, and it's awesome to see everyone come through and give it a red-hot crack.
Now, I was chatting to Marcus Scalaris, the IFSC president, and he was talking about the combination of the event, Tom. You know, the one you were in was the 3 and 1 medal, but slowly but surely progressing to now 2 medals, one for the speed and one for the boulder lead combination, and hopefully progressing into the future for 3 medals, one for lead, one for boulder and one for speed.
That would be very, very awesome.
I think justified too. It's such a, you know, fast-growing sport. It's great entertainment, and you know, now there's 100 countries registered, with Guam being the 100th. In, you know, there's just such an uptake around the globe now that
Coming together.
It just makes sense. Yeah.
All right, the 2 New Zealand athletes ready to go. All right, not too bad of a start.
I thought for a moment there was a false start or something. Sarah looking very quick.
Quick time here.
We got some good racing on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
With
a 9 there, Sarah looks very in control, very, I want to use the word professional, but it seems like such a, the wrong word, but just very, very good in her warm-up. Was going through everything just methodically. Looks good. And
I agree with you, Tom.
All
I
of
think
her feet
professionals are fine.
hitting.
I think that's exactly what she looked. Just exactly. Hit everything. Everything was precise.
Meredith looks pretty good there too. There's just a couple of little moments of
9 seconds flat.
9. Oh, no, nearly.
Got to get it with a little finger.
Yeah.
But that, pretty much 9.
Now that pad at the top, you can hit it anywhere. It doesn't, not in the middle, just
knock it and give it enough juice. Like, it doesn't require a lot, but I've seen enough times of people just skimming their fingers over it and just missing it.
So that'd be heartbreaking.
More demoralizing than that.
That'd be heartbreaking for
This
sure.
is back to their final
Yeah,
run.
Back to the cycle.
Okay, come on.
And she's looking good too. Nice fast run here. Could be in the sub-10s.
Really
Just outside the 10.
So
should be enough to get the top 8.
Mish's comp PB 10.89. So that's
Oh, my
10.9.
goodness,
That's very
right
close.
on
She's done quite well there.
And I believe the top 8 will go through in females to start in the 8 shootout.
And I mean, think about this as well, is that Misha's doing this on the back of 2 days of competing as well. You know, like
That's
why
true.
well, the whole Friday of the whole semis, like incredible recovery and effort.
And to keep the mental composure across 3 massive days as well. Like, you know, that's awesome.
And how much did that play in for you, Tom? Did you have to like click a different gear for each time, each different competition, or was it the same? Like, you know, did you have to prepare differently each day?
Yeah, kind of. You needed to sort of work out what got you excited, what got you chilled out, and how you needed to be in the mental frame. For me, bouldering, I needed to be pretty switched on, ready to go.
Yeah.
Lead, I needed to be a bit more chilled out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a feat in itself, just being able to switch your mindset so much and so fastly. Come on.
Abby, great clean start there on the left. This is looking a lot nicer than that last one, and that last one was good. Very, very cool.
There is plenty of competitors wanting that first spot. Abby laid down a great time.
And that's, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a PB for Abby as well. Her previous comp PB, 9.4 seconds. So that is feeling good.
9.
They were all turning up to give us a performance of a life. Yeah,
It's on, it's on.
And see the big high fives from the New Zealand teammates there as well. The young man stood at the side there ready to cheer.
This is very exciting. Both the men and the women, we've got some very quick competitors that have got pretty similar times. It's going to be very cool to see in a couple of hours as we go live in for the finals. The athletes are going to be just finding a way to just chill out, keep everything. Let's see what Grace can do. I wonder,
well, like
she's already got...
You were saying before, Tom, is this where you would go a little bit slower now?
Well, yeah, she's got potential. So she's banked a good one, and it's the quickest so far by about half a second. She could decide to really lay down the hammer.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely not going slower. Grace is,
They've laid down the hammer here.
Here we go.
Oh! Nice. A little bit 0.1 of a second.
Grace really wasn't just leaving it on the one showing. Yeah, that's...
well, I tell you what, if that one counts as well, folks, that's twice now.
Yeah, so I was wondering whether they would just... Oh, I just missed the foot a little bit there. Yeah, wondering if they would just go, sweet, I've got that really good one. I'm going to save some energy. Or it might just be nice to run quickly up another line. Yeah, and just go, sweet, I can go quick in both lanes.
Well, I'm going to say, if you're the rest of the field, you're going, oh, okay, yeah, there's... regardless which side, there's no stopping Grace. Yeah, so, a little bit of a
Grace is here to
mental
take
game,
it,
perhaps.
Take it all the way to the podium by the look of those things, those two runs.
Yeah, plenty of people.
Good confidence.
Olivia and Tanya.
A few people might have something to
ready
say.
To roll.
Let's see, come on, Tanya. Olivia there chalking up.
Ready?
Just a little slip on that foot again.
Couple of little slips for these two.
Get back in the rhythm. Nice.
You can just see that momentum not being there makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Go.
How do you find the holds by the top? Obviously, like most of your chalks probably gone by the top holds. Do they feel a lot more slick at the top?
Yeah, they can do, for sure. That's why you just got to go really quick by them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can definitely do that. Yeah.
I just missed the foot there at the beginning for Olivia. She's in.
They talk about in racing.
She's a Melbourne girl.
The perfect lap, don't they? You know, it's the same thing. It's just you need every move, every corner, just to hit that right. And when it does, we can see a new oceanic record, and we've just got
seen
one.
it. Yeah. And
That's
Tom,
incredible.
you were overseas when some of the world records were set, and that was impressive, like mind-blowing.
Yeah, watching Alexandra Miroslav at the Tokyo Olympics run up that, just insane to be there in the crowd, to watch her take that, like, just go, wow, that's the fastest a woman has ever climbed up that, ever in the whole history of the entire world.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to watch, a world record. Sarah and Meredith both quite quick runs before.
Yeah, Meredith also competed on Friday as well. Yeah.
Sarah just missed a couple of footers there.
That's not bad. Sub 10. That'll get them up on the.
Remember, there's only two that are dropping out of this one, as well, like we say. So realistically, that sort of time definitely should comfortably put you safe. I think we've got two more now.
There's a little miss somewhere here. I think that was Sarah.
Next one up, maybe.
Maybe it was a little lower. I kind of just missed it. But it's just a wee stumble. But otherwise looked very clean and good.
Maybe another second in the pace there if she gets all of those sequences right.
There's never a good time to slip. I've watched some of the competitions that World Cups and things, and when
Victor
you watch a couple line and they miss the
legend
final
of
hole.
Victor. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, you got to stay switched on that whole time. Think about one move into the next.
All right, it might be. Was that the end of the qualification? We've got two more. That was the end of the qualification round. So why don't we bring up the scoreboards and have a bit of a look? Everybody. So the top 8 will go through. So let's have a look there.
So Grace, you can see up the top there. Grace, Sarah, Abby, and Georgia. All very, very quick. And Eva, you get Misha in there as well. Like, everything's looking really quite tight. Anything can happen. And have a look at those times as well. Everyone's very consistent. And that's really the aim of the game with your speed climbing, is having a good, consistent, clean run. But again, lane A.
Lane A, climbing a little faster.
Quick. I don't know whether this is a superstition thing, but...
Well, you made quite clear sense as well. Like you say, is that you've got less of the opponent in your eye line, and obviously a clearer sight.
Worrying about that.
I mean, what's going to be really interesting is it's going to be 4th, 1st, 5th, and you saw the difference in their time was almost non-existent.
And here's the lads. Now, I think they might. We don't know this for sure. It'll either be 12 or 14, I think, but depends on how many they start that go through. But again, some super fast times. Julian, really, that sub 6 was super impressive. But again, those top 3 well within shooting distance, and anything can happen under the pressure of the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see Aaron down there with his false start. down at the bottom. That's hopefully he can just put that behind him.
All right, well, I think that's it, folks, as unless they've got the lineup put into the other scoreboard yet, I think that's the end of the qualification round. So
short and sharp, but exciting.
short and sharp. So that'll be it from us, folks. Thanks for hanging out for this one. A little bit more chilled, but I can tell you what, it'll be high energy for the finals, that's for sure.
We're only a few hours away from handing out those Olympic tickets
again,
and like it's just, we saw last night the emotion and what it meant to those athletes. Osh and Campbell, sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it already.
That was Tom, not me.
Go back and watch that, and the emotion was amazing. We all had goosebumps in the commentary box.
It's incredible. So that's about to happen again. You get your action replay essentially. So
take exciting. All right, folks, that's it from us. Thanks for joining us for the qualifiers, and join us again this afternoon for the finals. Over and out. Adios.
See you later.
Day 2 at the IFSC Oceania Qualifiers 2023 was a nail-biting, pulse-racing day that saw 8 males and 7 female finalists compete for the top spots to qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Unfortunately, New Zealand's Rebecca Hunsel had to bow out due to sickness, meaning there were only 7 female competitors remaining. We were live once again from Australia's largest indoor climbing gym, Urban Climb in Blackburn and Melbourne, covering the boulder and lead. There were cheers, tears and excitement for next year's games. For 2 deserving competitors from the Oceania region, the morning was filled with close finishes and fantastic tops in the boulder final, folks. And with our 15 competitors giving the crowd both online and in the gym something to cheer for. The afternoon delivered a gripping lead final with endurance testing routes and gravity-defying moves. All topped off with 2 lucky Australians from what's locally known as the Lucky Country heading to Paris for the 2024 Olympic Games.
Far out, mate, you've got the ticket. You're off to Paris. How does that feel?
Yeah, I don't even have words to describe, I think, like the emotion. It feels unreal, like it's going to disappear or something all of a sudden.
Coach Mackenzie, congratulations. You are Australia's first dual climbing Olympian. You looked so in control over the weekend. Congratulations, that must be a huge weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm feeling so happy right now with all my family around and having a great competition, so feeling pretty good.
Make sure you join us again tomorrow, folks, as there's more to come on day 3 of our coverage with a full day of speed action. So join us tomorrow for the final day of the IFSC Oceania Qualifier coverage, coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia.